In this video, we're going to talk multi-channel. You might have seen that Actito is a multi-channel tool. You can use email, SMS, print, call center, social, and there's even other channels that you can hook into Actito, such as push notifications, mobile wallet, website personalization, to make sure that you can package your message in a way that it converts the most. I'm not going to cover with you all the ways of using these channels because that's something that's included in your training or that you can find in your documentation part. So the little question mark up here. But what I do want to share with you in this video is a couple of things that you can use and keep in mind when you build your campaigns. And for that, I like to jump to the email campaigns first to give you a couple of ideas that you could start implementing as of your first campaign. So for that, I'm going to use my Black Friday email. And already from the first step, you see that there's this pre-header that you can use. Pre-header is the text that displays when you receive your email. It's the little extra description that comes below the subject line. It's something that's really powerful because it has twice as much characters as you have in your subject line. And it's an extra chance to make sure that people get that opening of your email. So do leverage that to the fullest. You can even start using personalizations in there. You know, the personalization picker, use first name, use something interesting to really get that hook with people. Now, while we're here, I like to check out the advanced parameters as well. You have a reply to address that you could use. There's commercial pressure that you could put up. The thing that I like to show you is email campaign groups. So an email campaign group, what is that exactly? Well, it helps you, like it says, to group your campaigns. So if I need to find back any campaign that I sent in the past, for example, then I can just check, for example, my campaign group, retail mass. I can find all my campaigns in here. I can even go a bit further by clicking here below. So let me just move this up. If you go to view email reports, and then go to campaign groups mass, for example, and I can go back to my campaign group and have a comparison of these campaigns one next to another. So you can see in terms of your newsletter, for example, which one has performed the best, which one has performed the least, what made it the best, what made it the least, and improve as you continue with that frequent communication. Now back to email. So we've seen already pre-header. Campaign groups is a good one to keep in mind. And another one that I like to share with you is personalization. So you're going to use personalization a lot, of course, in your emails, but you're not always going to have the information that you'd like to use. So for example, in this Black Friday email that I've prepared here, you can see that I clearly want to say first name. Brian, up to 20% discount on the entire web shop. Pretty nice, right? But what if I don't have that first name? If I don't have the first name, nothing will show. So you need a fail safe. And that's something that you could do in Actito as well. You can put in a fallback value in case when there's no information available. So for example, here you see the personalization first name. You have this little cog item. Click that and you can see define a default value. I can just say hi there, for example. So whenever I send this to someone whose first name is unknown to me, then this will say, hi there, up to 20% discount on the entire web shop. Now, if you don't have anything there, what you could also do is you could just copy your block, change it to the copy that you'd like to use, and then use a condition and say, look, I only want to show this to people where the name is unknown. And then you have to make sure that you make the same condition for this one, but for the opposite. If first name is known, this block should show. Now that might sound a bit confusing already, but if you're going to juggle with conditions and personalizations and so on, we're getting to the third trick that you should really look at when you're building your campaigns, which is testing groups. If you're building a testing group, make sure that it includes as much relevant profiles as possible. Especially when you're sending out on a special occasion, you're testing a new variable, a new attribute on which you would like to personalize. Make sure that you have that type of personalization in your testing group. So in step 4 of your email, for example, you can go to manage testing groups. That's also something that you'll find under the profile folders in the catalog, by the way. And then you'll see that I have all these testing groups that I could use. So let's say, for example, here I have my retail test group. This is where I can include all those types of profiles that might have a specific condition personalization. So you see, I myself am a Dutchie. I have a gold customer in there, woman gold, man platinum, French for subscription holidays, French, male. So make sure that you can include people there on a variety of possibilities. And if you have specific ones, I'd even suggest that you build a specific testing group for that just to make sure that your email will display properly. Okay? That concludes it actually. Those are the 4 tips that I'd like to give you. There's way more stuff that you could use. Typically, you'll find those on our website, or if there's anything specific that you'd like to ask us, send us an email, check with your CSM, and we'll be happy to oblige. Happy sending.